Sorry. Once I went to see Bryan Adams, and one of my friends was working on, actually someone who used to work for us went to work for a band who, he was working directly for Bryan Adams, that's why I was there. But I had never been to a big show like that, like a big rock show before, and except for when we toured with Bryan Adams. I mean, did you catch that? I don't know. We should rewind that. Okay, wait. I've never been to a big rock show like Bryan Adams, except for when we toured with Bryan Adams. I know, but the thing was that when we did a few shows with Bryan Adams, the entire tour during Europe. Okay, I don't remember that tour that well. It was like 8 years ago or 9 years ago, and we only did like a couple shows, and it was in Germany, and I was confused a lot of the time. And anyway, so I went to go see my friend at the Bryan Adams concert, and I got to sit side stage, and he had like a teleprompter on the floor with the lyrics, or scrolling or whatever, you know? And I thought, that is genius. I like to think of us as being, we're like veterans, I mean, in a weird way, because we've been doing it for like 10 years, but that was the first time that it had occurred to me that you could have a guy whose entire purpose in life, on tour with you, was to run your teleprompter. Like, there was a guy, it was his job. He was like literally sitting there, and he was like, because you can't just have it run, like you kind of have to like manually do it. I don't know, I have been saying on tour, like, when something insane happens, and I think, why can't they make, why can't they make this happen like this? I say, you can see a nickel from space. Like, that doesn't make sense. You can see what's an English coin? Like, what's
penny?
A penny? Like, you can see a penny from space, with satellite technology. So, like, why can't you run a teleprompter electronically? Like, why does Bob have to do it? Like, that's what I thought. Yeah. Anyways, I think that if I had a teleprompter person, I wouldn't be able to hide it. Like, clearly Bryan Adams wasn't like, I'm about to sing, everything I do it for you, and I'd like to give props to my teleprompter guy, Bob. You're doing great on there, that thing. And, but he wouldn't do that, because he's a rock star, right? So he's not going to admit that there's a teleprompter, but I would. Like, I would, I don't know why I started telling you all of this. I'm so upset, actually, because I really want to come up with, like, a real punchline that Johnny can be like, like, Johnny? While we're at that, why don't I nicely, not awkwardly transition into introducing you to the people who are actually funny, who we don't give microphones to, because then it would be too much like a comedy show. Okay, standing here, Ted, have you ever wanted to go to space? You wanted to go to space? Don't you sometimes think to yourself, we can see a nickel from space, why can't Bob not run the teleprompter manually? Yeah, you get me. You're my people. Ted, Gallagher, give him a round. Now, I know Johnny wants to go to space because he's a part of the Planetary Sciences program in Victoria, BC. No, you're not. Did you ever want to be an astronaut or anything? No, you don't even like sci-fi, probably. Did you watch Star Wars?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like sci-fi.
Yeah.
I have the desire to go to space.
You have no desire to go to space. Do you believe space exists, or do you think it's just an illusionary thing? Yeah. Okay. Johnny Andrews, everybody? Sean, you don't think it's the American military projecting the image of the moon into the sky so that we all want to go to space, do you? You don't think so? Do you believe that the moon landing happened, or do you think that that was fake?
I want to believe that.
You want to believe that? Why do you want, is that like wanting to believe that there's still Santa Claus, even though we keep telling you that it's embarrassing that you still think that? It's so embarrassing. Sean is always like, are we going to the North Pole yet? Are we going to go there on tour? I really want to meet Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Okay, sorry. Okay, Sean Huberts, everybody. Give him a round. You guys have been really, really wonderful. We're going to play a few more songs, but thank you so much for coming out on a Sunday night. We're still just getting our bearings over here. This is only show 3, but you guys have been very, very nice. So give yourselves a round of applause. Some of you didn't even clap for yourself. We'll clap for you one more time.